What's going on, everyone? Jake here. Yeah, I'm still here. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, just because I've had a whole bunch more stuff going on. I ended up moving again a second time. I know, one of my last videos I uploaded, I was like, yeah, I was living at this other house for a year, and, well, now I'm back living somewhere else. And that's because my childhood home I ended up having to move out of because my dad ended up selling it to a guy he works with because he found a new place, and I ended up getting my own place, which is pretty great. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Just a lot of stuff dealing with moving out of moving out of a house you've lived in for roughly about 25 years. You accumulate a lot of stuff. But yeah, I got my own place now, and just thought I'd do a video today, just explain myself. Where in the world have I been? And also, I wanted to show you all what I've been working on. If you've seen some of my older videos on the channel, you'll know I'm into collecting video games, mostly the older stuff. But I've been collecting the stuff since I was little, because I started. I had my mom had a Sega Genesis, my dad had a Nintendo, and then I had started with a PlayStation 1, and then we had the PlayStation 2, we had the PlayStation 3, we had an Xbox 360. But anyways, it just went off from there. Well, and then I got my grandma's and my dad's grandma. They both had an Atari 2600, and I ended up getting both of those. So I already had a good little collection started. And I just, would get on. I remember I used to get on eBay and look up all these different consoles that there are. There's so many. It's insane how many different gaming systems there are. But I was like, man, I want them all. So I've been collecting ever since. But I've never had a place to actually like set everything up and like display and play how I wanted it to be. Well, one of the good things about having my own place now is I've got room to do that. So last couple weeks I've been, well, actually, roughly since I moved in here. It's been here a couple months now, but I've been getting everything set up, and I want to show it to you guys. So here it is. Not completely done yet. I've still got some games to go through and a lot of other boxes to go through, but I've got it pretty well where I want it to be. So starting up here, got Atari, some Super Nintendo, and some regular Nintendo, some Sega, some N64. Now I've got a couple Famicom games here. More Sega, just more Nintendo here. And then going over here, I just recently picked this up because I had a couple of those already, the 7800s, but the guy had one in the box, matching serial numbers, so and I didn't have a box, so I mainly just wanted the box. But anyways, I just bought the whole set from him. Got a good deal on that. This here is you put your Nintendo, the system and games and everything go in that. I got that on a clean out job. It was going to get thrown in a dumpster, and it actually had a Nintendo in it that I saved. Anyways, going down here, I got PlayStation 1, and then this is PlayStation 2. Then we go into Xbox. All the way down, there's some Wii over there. And I've got a couple the special edition N64s. And then this is what I'm playing everything on currently. And then this is my TV stand at the moment. This was my great grandma's, my grandpa's mother's. And I've actually got some old slide photographs with this TV in the background. Pretty cool. But anyways, and then going over here, I've got a first-gen Sega Genesis with the first-gen Sega CD. That does work. I know these are hard to find in working condition. And I've got this I struck a deal on a couple years ago, a Mountain Dew Xbox. And then here we've got just a regular edition. Got Super Nintendo, got the Sega Dreamcast, a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2, a regular N64, Nintendo. And then here's a Panasonic 3DO I struck a deal on a while back. And 360 Slim, a couple GameCubes, in a Darth Vader edition Atari 2600. And the reason they call them the Darth Vader edition is because these usually on the front were just wood grain. And I think the logo was over here, if I remember right. Yeah, it might have been right there. I don't know. But anyways, they call this the Darth Vader edition because it's just all black. So then going up here, I've got some boxes on display. There's a 3DS box. That, I think, actually has a PS2 in it. That's all complete. And I think this is complete too. It's got an Atari, Sears version of the Atari, which is actually this right here, the Telegames. And then this, probably one of my favorite pieces. I scored this in an auction. Magnavox Odyssey. One of the very first home gaming systems, and it's all in there. The console, all the game pieces, everything. It's complete. And I've got that there. I believe that's in there. A couple Nintendo boxes, a couple different ones. Got Commodore VIC-20 is in there. Super Nintendo. And then there's some other stuff I got on display. There's a silver GameCube. These here I just picked up a couple days ago. I found out Hardee's and Adult Swim came together and they've got special cups. They've got these special little figures you can collect. So of course I had to go get me some of that. And then go on here, my recent purchases. I've always wanted one of these, never found one. Finally found one. I actually found 3 of them in an antique store. There was 3 of them all side by side. So I picked one of those up. And then he had some games, some other games with it, like for separate, you could buy separate. And so I went back another time to get a couple more games for it. And he had the Super Famicom there. So of course I had to pick that up because I didn't have one of those either. And if you don't know what either of these are, they're the Japanese Nintendos before the US got them. So those are pretty cool. I've got some of my record collection. This isn't all of it. Some of my record collection here. I've got a Sega Saturn that I think this and possibly I think the Dreamcast. Yeah. The Dreamcast. I got an Atari when I was in middle school. One of the teachers knew that I was into old games, and she was like, well, my son's got some games. So she brought in these couple boxes of old games. This happened to be that one, and let's say that I think that Dreamcast and a couple others. And she's like, well, every time you get something done, you can pick something out of the box of games. So I think I had a book I had to read. I had to read a certain number of pages in this book by a certain time, and I got it all done. I got it all read and done, and she gave me all this game stuff. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool teacher. And then here we got a disk system, or whatever you want to call it, for the there's a game in there for the Commodore systems, computers, I guess you call them. Oh, and then going over here, I've got some other stuff on display. This little thing, I don't remember where it came from, but then that's original Game Boy that is working. And I picked this up at a garage sale about it was last year, so about a year ago now. And it works. And then this here, I picked up this shelf. Actually, this shelf and these tall black shelves. That one and that one I picked up at Target. I think this one was $30 and the tall black ones were $35. So pretty good deal for those. They're very nice, heavy duty. And anyways, I picked this up with these little square things. These are $4 a piece there. But it just got controllers and cords and stuff in there. So those worked out good. And the design also happens to match some of the old Sega cases. Is that same design, which I knew when I saw it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that totally matches. But then down here I got PS2 Slim. There's some PSPs in here, I believe. Yep. And my PS4 Destiny Edition. And then over here we've got some controllers in the boxes. And then my newer console games for Xbox One, PS3, and Xbox 360. Good collection of those. Alright, and then over here we've got an original PS2 in the box. And a couple Game Boy, just game cases. The Super Nintendo top loader. And then here's my boxed Sega Genesis games. And then here is a kind of collection of all kinds of stuff. Got some GameCube games, Sega Saturn games. These are Dreamcast and Television, which I have to find my Intellivision. I don't know where it is. And then I have a few 3DO games. Then going down here, we've got my Wii U, some games. I've got the Red Mario Wii. And I've got this, I found this at a antique store too, an Ozfest VHS tape. I have yet to watch it. And then going down here, this, well, let's start with it. This was my, when we first got into Xbox, because we were always had the PlayStations. But we bought this when this was a 360 Elite, the black version, when it came out. And I took a white case and painted it all custom like that. But anyways, this here, I found this on Facebook Marketplace, just scrolling around, and I had never seen this before. I've never heard of it before, so of course I had to have it. But it's the Sega Pico, and what it is it's just a children's game system, pretty much. It's got the, try not to drop it out of here, but it's got these here, and they're like a great big game cartridge. And as you flip through the pages, it shows up on the TV what page you're on. And you use this pen, and you can actually use it on the book itself or on this pad here, and it shows up on the TV screen a cursor, and you just click random things, and it, you know, whatever. But so that's pretty cool. I'd say I'd never heard of it or seen it before, so of course I had to have it. I'll fix that in a minute. And then down here, just got a, what do you call it, a driving set for whatever. I think it's the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. So, oh, and then if we go over here, got some more stuff on display. Fox's Pizza. Tecumseh, where I grew up, had this. I don't remember ever going there. They've been closed for, I think, 10 plus years. They had a Fox's Pizza Den. It was just left abandoned. And earlier this year, I got in touch with the owner of the hotel right next door that actually owned the Pizza Den as well. And I ended up getting a whole bunch of scrap from them, but he let me go inside of there, and they had all the pizza boxes still just sitting up there. Like, you know, it's like they left one day and just never went back, and like everything was there, just like stuck in time, frozen in time. So, thought the boxes were cool. I got some of those. But anyways, going back here, I've got a Sega Game Gear. I almost said Dreamcast. Game Gear in the carrying case. Commodore 64, 2nd Gen Genesis, a Master System, a ColecoVision, 3rd Gen Genesis. I've got an Atari 2600 Junior and another 7800. And then I've got, this is a Atari adapter for the ColecoVision. You can play Atari games on it. That's pretty neat, hard to find. And then, like I say, I've got all this stuff I still got to go through and deal with. There's more consoles and more games and all sorts of stuff in there. And I've got this guy. I picked this up at an auction recently. You turn it on here, and the propeller gets going, but what you do, see, it's mounted to the ceiling there on a swivel. So what you do is you take it, and it's kind of hard to get going at first, but you take it and you got to kind of throw it around and get it going in a circle, and pretty soon it's flying around in a circle. It's like the plane that Buzz Lightyear rode on and from the first Toy Story movie when he, proving everyone that he can fly. That's pretty much what that is. So I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's what I've got going on. I know I do a lot of more car stuff on my channel, but you know, I do have some gaming stuff. If you guys want to see some gaming stuff, like say you want to see me play a particular console or a specific game, you know, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to get some content on that. But yeah, let me know what you think. So yeah, like I said, guys, let me know what you think, and let me know if you want to see more. If you want to see something specific, just leave a comment, and I'm gonna try and be doing some more videos here now that I'm all moved and settled in, and I do have some more vehicle content to do for you all too. But smash that like button if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe, and have a good one.